Hello.
Hi guys and welcome to episode 214 of the Two Twos podcast. I am Nana.
And I'm Ro.
And together we are Two Twos. I just remember because that other episode's not out yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, we're really sorry that our content hasn't been out as what's the word? As frequently as usual. And the time has been a bit off as well.
It has.
You know, we're just going through a bit of a transition. But somebody new is actually editing our podcast. The lovely Ella has actually left us.
Yeah,
we are no longer working with Ella, but the love is still there. We love Ella.
We do.
And she's been a part of the team. Like, she'll always be part of Two Twos, you know what I mean? She's always been the other third person. And it will just remain that way. But somebody new is now editing our podcast.
Yeah.
We're doing it in-house. This is Studio London Podcast Studios. Remember, use our code 22pod for 20% off. And and now we have to upload it, basically. Ella used to upload episodes for us. Now we need to upload it. And you know how we are.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying.
also we just need to get like the timings right.
Yeah.
Everything. It's hard, especially like, you know, we have other commitments. You know, you have a job. I'm working project right now, so like it's just been hard to get the timings right. But I think we'll be able to iron out. Just give us a bit of grace. Give us a little bit of time, and we will be back to dropping like episodes at 12 a.m. on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate you. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, you know. I'm doing all right. You know. Being an employed woman now, with the going to a place of employment, I realised this week that because I had to go to a physical place of employment for a while, I'm finding it hard to get into the groove of it. In the beginning, it was new. You know, so it's new and it's exciting.
Yeah,
and it's
fresh. Yeah,
it's not that new anymore. I mean, I'm still one of the newbies at work,
but the novelty
has kind of rubbed out a little bit. Like I like things because they're new. I'm that kind of person.
Same.
I like new and shiny things. And when I get used to stuff, a lot of the time I tend to, I get bored, but also I don't think I'm somebody who's supposed to be working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
In this case, I work a 7 to 7. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Working for 12 hours a day, God didn't put me on this earth to do that. That is not my ministry. I shouldn't be doing
12
that.
hours is a long time.
It's a long time. And I've just come to realise this week that I've always kind of known that employment is not for me, to be honest. Yeah, that's why this needs to slap, yeah. I've always kind of known. But I feel like because I haven't gone to a physical place for employment for a long time, that's why I'm so tired. Like, I'm exhausted. Like, but it was a heavy week. Work was really, really heavy yesterday. Like, it was really heavy, as I told you. But we went out. We went till 2.
Yeah.
And a time was had.
We had a great time. But I think, like, back to the job thing, like, I don't think it ever gets easier to, like, be waking up early and to be going and to be, you know, there for hours on end. I think you just get used to it. Like, I think that's what a lot of people are, you know, I don't know if I ever get used to it. But, and I've worked 12 hours, like, you know, work days before. When I work in, like, TV and film as a PA, I'm doing 12 hours. And you're not counting the time that you wake up, you have a shower, you get dressed, and you go to work, and you travel to work, you commute. And then you're there for the 12 hours, and then you have to commute home, and then you have to eat dinner, bath or whatever, wind down. And it repeat.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And that's it for me. For me, it takes me like an hour and 20 to get to. If I'm lucky, I can do it in under an hour. But I have to go into central London to come back out of central London, and I hate that.
Yeah.
But average takes me an hour and 20 to get to work, an hour and 15 to get to work. That's 3 hours travel time.
Yeah.
On top of the 12 hours. And then I have to include my wind down time.
Yeah. Which you always need after like a heavy day.
Exactly. And I just feel like my whole day is done.
Yeah.
Like, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and this is not my ministry.
Yeah. I think, listen, I wouldn't mind doing 12 hours if it was something that I absolutely loved. Like, I think that's what it really is. It's like, in this life, you have to do what you're passionate about, what you enjoy doing. Because even like, I've said this so many times, my mum was like, why don't you get a proper job, like, you know, like a 9 to 5, whatever. And I was just like, I might as well be dead. And she looked at me like I was crazy. But like, it's just not, if it is a 9 to 5, it has to be something that I enjoy. You know what I mean? And if I don't, like, our parents did the survival thing, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm here. I want to look back on my life and be like, I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed doing the things that I wanted to do. I don't know, like, if, you know, I know some people don't have the privilege of being able to just do what they want to do because there's bills, there's things to pay for, there's responsibilities, what have you, the sacrifices that people make, you know. But yeah, no, not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
how's your week then? How's it been?
it's been busy, but then also I was on my period, so like I'm on the pill. I think if anyone that listens to this podcast religiously knows I'm on the pill because I have terrible periods, and then I also have PMDD, which, you know, messes with my mental sometimes. But yeah, I'm on the pill and I'm not supposed to get my period, but the period will come anyway because it really wants to come.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Is powerful.
It's crazy because the last period I had was like 2 weeks non-stop, but and I was scared that this would happen. So it came like last week Saturday, and I tried to take the delay pill, and of course it didn't work because it had already started. And I was just like, okay, let's see, because I'm always on edge when my period's about to come, because I'm like, it's debilitating. It's gonna get in the way of me doing stuff, and obviously this is a very, very important time in my life right now where I'm about to direct my first short, and I can't have period pains. Do you know what I mean? Because it completely takes me out. And the only thing that works for me is Nurofen. Like you guys, I know you guys will send in your suggestions, but trust me, I have tried everything. Okay, I've had a period since I was 12, so I have tried everything, and Nurofen is the only, you know, painkiller that works. But then it also makes me drowsy, so I'm asleep for the whole day. So I'm glad that it came. It was actually a blessing that it came this week. And yeah, but the week's been, apart from like period pains and, you know, the week's been nice. It's been really nice. Had rehearsals. And that's the fun. The fun part is actually getting to work with actors and direct them and pull things out of them and the character. And yeah, it was just amazing. And I'm excited. Raring to go for next week.
Yeah.
Let's be good.
I'm excited for this, guys. I've seen who's acting in this, and honestly, it's giving. You guys are gonna recognize some of them actors. Like, it's giving names.
Yeah,
like this is giving like budget.
Yeah,
this is giving professional.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be giving. Like, when I saw the cast, I was like, I didn't expect to know so many of the cast. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect to like recognize people, and from what you told me, some people like he gave in tapes as well. Like, Nana picked from a really good bunch. Honestly, I just think that you guys were really lucky. Not even lucky, like blessed to like have be able to choose from all these people, and for people who have like actual acting careers to be like, I want to be a part of this. Like on TV, by the way, on TV.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, people that are, you know, actually doing this thing and acting, you know, it is really nice that they want to be a part of it, that they really enjoy the script, the story, all of that. And it's just going to be a good time. And like, also the crew is made up of such lovely people. You don't always get that. Like, you're not lucky. Like, the industry is a terrible place and lots of stuff go on in the industry. But like, when you get to choose who your crew is, it's beautiful, and it makes everything feel safe. Yeah. So I feel really lucky, feel really safe. And it should be a great experience. Yeah.
I feel like we've kind of skimmed over the fact that you're dating now. On this podcast, we've made such a big deal about you not dating and you never finding love and all this stuff.
Wait.
No,
I never said I wasn't gonna find love.
You said that.
Yeah, you said that.
So you said all of these things. Now
why did you say that?
I didn't say that.
You know, we had a bet. Remember our bet?
But what's the bet?
You don't remember the bet?
No, I don't remember the bet. What was it?
When you said I'm gonna get back with a certain someone.
I didn't think you would get back. And the lads thought you were going to get back. I didn't think you were going to get back.
Bet with?
Maybe it was Lyra.
No.
Or Jean.
No, because it was definitely in the egg chat.
I don't know. But I didn't think you guys were gonna get back together. Do you know? I feel like everybody thinking you were gonna get back with your ex. Yeah,
You were the one who thought least.
I
Because
I
remember we
thought
did that
least.
prank.
Yes, even I was confused by. It. I was really confused. But anyway, so so
No, wait. Let me actually tell the prank because. So me and my ex, we pranked our friends, saying that we was back together. We like staged the text messages and everything. Yeah, so we had evidence, we had the proof. So I sent it into my group. I can't remember what her friend's reaction was, but I sent it to my group chat, and everyone believed it. Everybody believed it.
Yeah, because no, you don't prank. When did you become somebody who pranks?
It wasn't my idea. It was her idea. Yeah, and everybody believed it, and Ro was being supportive, but she wasn't on it.
Yeah, I was giving it in minimal words. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, if you like it, I love it, chill.
But everyone else believed in it. It's just like we're friends and business partners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're dating.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate?
Not really. I mean, because you mentioned that. I said, oh, I made a big deal. I'm not dating. Absolutely. And it's
You just dropped it. Oh, you're the person I'm dating. Last week you was like the person I was dating.
You know what? Okay, so I did say, I think earlier this year, I said I didn't want to date. And that was true. That was 100% true. I didn't, for reasons, I'm trying to focus on this film thing. Like, I don't want any distractions. And, it started off casual.
As women situations do.
Casual.
Casual.
It started off pretty casual because I was like seeing two people. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. It started off casual. And then, I feel like it was my fault.
Why it came a little bit less casual.
Yeah. Because I don't know how to do casual.
No, do you know what? Yeah, what you were doing, you was like, oh yeah, this is casual, and like, oh, it's not a date. All this, me and Honey were laughing. Me and Honey were on the phone one time, and we were just like, Nana, this is being so delusional right now.
It wasn't a date.
It was a date.
It wasn't a date.
Explain to the people
Because I said it wasn't a date. That's why it wasn't a date.
It doesn't matter what you wanted to label it. It was a date.
It wasn't a date. But now we are dating.
So what does that mean?
That we go out on dates. And we talk. That was the problem, innit? The problem was we actually I shouldn't call it a problem. But the problem was we actually really get along, and we would speak on the phone for
Quality
hours.
time.
For hours. Quality time.
Quality
Love
time.
language. And then that's what happened, and we enjoy each other's company. And we enjoy having sex with each other a lot.
Love that for you.
Yeah. Love that for you. So we are dating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're dating. I would say, like, I went to pick her up. Did I tell you I went to pick her up from the airport?
No.
I didn't tell you that.
No. You drove to the airport to pick her up?
Yeah.
Look at you. Is that your first time doing that? That's your first time doing that, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the first time.
Wow.
Me doing that. I've never picked anyone up from the airport before.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, so you broke your picking someone from an airport virginity.
Yeah.
That is such a girlfriend thing to do. Obviously, you're not girlfriends, but that's a girlfriend
yeah,
thing to do.
it is, isn't it? It's very, like, nice and thoughtful and, yeah. So
To be fair, she did pick us up from an airport too.
she did pick us up from the airport. And she asked, like, once we had arrived. Like, once we were there. And I was like...
Oh, yeah, because we were in London.
We were in London.
Yeah.
Which was like... She offered, which was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And dropped us home.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
It's nice to see Nana in like somebody.
Is it nice?
Do you know what? Yeah, when you're single Nana and dating Nana are actually two different people. I mean, you're still the same person, but it's still it's two different people.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I feel like when you're dating somebody, you kind of become a little bit of a sponge to parts of their personality, so you can start to see someone you actually like in you a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like I do think you admire the way they think, the people that you like they think, so you kind of sponge it and you kind of express that as well.
I would think that's the way with everybody not just romantically. I think it happens with me and you. I think it happens with like people that are really close to me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But that's really interesting. It's so funny because I think it's the same with her as well.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like being a sponge and stuff, it's the same.
Yeah,
same
it's
type
nice.
of
It's
vibes.
nice to influence each other.
Yeah. It is.
As long as it's like good influence.
You know,
A little bit bad influence too.
no, I think we're a good influence on each other. And I think, you know, my worry was just being too I don't wanna ever be too immersed in someone, like just fully, because I got shit to do.
Yeah.
And that was my thing. Like, I don't wanna be in someone's armpit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because I got shit to do, I'm busy. And it's great that she's busy as well.
Yeah.
She's a very busy person. So
Boss girl.
yeah, she is. So it works.
Mm-hmm.
It works. It definitely works. And she's very independent and does her own shit. And I like that.
Do you know what's funny? Our last relationships, we were in a relationship at the same time. We broke up around the same time.
God, just giving
And now
codependency.
this year again, we're both. I mean, I'm in a relationship. You're not, but you're
No.
still dating someone.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are open though. You're not dating exclusively.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we haven't had that. So anyway,
Wait, what?
We haven't had that discussion. But
Oh,
dating
okay.
exclusively. So
No, you guys are definitely
we're
exclusive.
well, I'm exclusive. I'm in a relationship. Just one person. And yeah, so I feel like everything cool. We're in different types of like situations, but we're both in something again at the same
Yeah.
time again.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's an influence, isn't it? Because it was the same when we were back then. Like, I got into something, then you got into something, then was with them for the same amount of time.
Yeah, same amount of time.
I got out of it. You got out of it. And now you're in something. I'm in something. You know. It's definitely. I think it's definitely influence. You see, like, even when they say like married people hang around with married people and stuff like that. I think it's just an influence.
Yeah. Do you think that's why our friends are getting married, because we don't. Nobody. We need to be around married people.
Maybe that will make us like,
okay.
We
don't know anybody who's married. Not anyone that
In
we're
our
extremely close to. We don't know. We're cool people who are married, but we don't like. We're not close with anyone who's married.
No one is near that either.
Nobody.
No one is near. No one in our immediate friendship circle is close to get married.
No.
But it's and the thing is, like, and do you know what? Let's not put any pressure on it. Because I was about to say, the thing is, we're in our 30s, but let's not put any pressure on it. There's no, right age or whatever to get married. You can get married whenever.
There isn't. Do you know what? I feel like if I marry the person I'm with now, she's a little bit younger than me. She's not. She's above 27. Okay. She's
disclaimer.
She's above 27, but she is a little bit younger than me, and I feel like because she's a little bit younger than me, we have time.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like if she was my age, then there might be more pressure to be married, like sooner rather than later.
It depends on the person. It depends on the people.
Yeah.
Because the person I'm dating is 36.
Yeah.
And she has no pressure.
I can't even imagine her thinking of pressure to marry.
There's no pressure to marry.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no pressure to marry. Like, even when it comes to kids, there's definitely a huge question mark there for her. So there's just no pressure, which is great. And I feel like that's what I needed. I feel like in my last relationship, that's why I went all crazy my Saturn return and did some bad things.
That return was
returning.
Return of
It
Mac.
was terrible. But like, I felt pressure. Like, because we were having conversations about, getting married, like, in a few years, having kids. And I was like, I'm not even close to that because of the things that I want to achieve for myself first before I achieve certain things with somebody else.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, I could have the family and the marriage and stuff. But I would have to make sacrifices for it in terms of what I want. And I didn't ever want to do that and be resentful. Do you know what I mean? So it was really, really important for me to put myself first because, then, like, everybody still gets what they want, kind of. Like, I don't, because sometimes in relationships, it's just like you have to like compromise, or, which to be fair, you know, there has to be a lot of that. But like sometimes, if order for you to get what you want, the other person loses out on what they want. And I just don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. So yeah. Anything that I get in now, there's no, I don't want to feel any pressure.
Yeah.
And I don't feel any pressure in this.
That's good.
I know it's early days, but even like when you have the conversations about like marriage and kids, obviously we're going to have those conversations because we are of a certain age.
You should have those conversations because if you're not on the same page, there's just no point.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, even from this like early doors, I don't feel pressure at all. And I think that's what I needed. It's great. It's a great time.
You having a great time? I could say you're having a great time.
Yeah, having a fantastic time.
My girlfriend saw your bum last week.
Did you see my bum last week?
No, I didn't.
Exactly.
I actually didn't.
And plus, my bum wasn't out of doors. It was like I was wearing boxers. I'm
gonna ask her again. Are you sure you saw boxers or bum?
She did not see my bum. My bare bum.
Yeah.
My bare bottom. There's that absolutely not. Do you think? Hold on a second. Now that you've been in, how long have you been
in my relationship?
Well, that relationship's new, but like since you've been with this person overall, how long has that been?
Oh my God, 9 months.
9 months, yeah. Do you think sexually anything has changed?
What, from the beginning of the 9 months? No.
Still the same.
It's still great. I think it's better each time, actually. It gets better each time.
Does that shock you? Like, how are we able to top this?
Yeah. But I don't know if it's because we like to have sex in different places. I'm not sure. I don't know if that... I don't think that's something we like doing, but we just end up doing it. But anyway, whatever. Yeah. But I feel like... I feel like there's so much more to explore. Like, I think we're both on similar pages when it comes to sex. I feel like her sex drive might be a little bit higher than mine.
Yours. Yeah.
She's a Scorpio.
Wait a minute.
Might be a little bit higher than mine.
Yeah.
But I've still been able to match it anyway. Up until now, I haven't had no complaints. She hasn't said to me, like, oh, babes, you know. And she is really open. She's open to things. I'm open to things, and it's really weird because we had conversations after the event we went to last week, and she was just we were talking about other things that we haven't spoken about sexually.
Okay.
That she's like open to doing, and I would have never thought she's open to doing some of these things, and yeah, she's just open. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I feel that it just feels quite limitless when it comes to what we can do and stuff like that. It's definitely not going to be a vanilla sex life. We know that sometimes sex can get samey and routine. I feel like our routine sex is still going to be lit because of how open we both are to doing other things. Like, I don't think I've ever been this open sexually with anybody that I've been with before. Like, I mean, I've been letting her do some things to me nobody have done to me before. Like, I even surprised myself. And that's from the first time we had sex. The first time we had sex, she was doing things to me that I have never, ever let any other woman do to me before. And yeah.
That speaks volumes, I think.
She might be able to get me on my all fours. She might. She hasn't yet.
You?
She might. You know me, I'm not usually down for going on all fours.
This girl's powerful, boy.
But she might be able to achieve that.
Wow.
I'm not saying she can.
But
because things are so open.
It's a possibility. Like, it's a possibility. With others, it wasn't a possibility at all.
Absolutely not.
But this is a possibility. Wow.
I never, even like in my past relationship, that person never penetrated me in any way. Maybe she tried to once or something.
Yeah.
I've been getting penetrated.
Yeah. I love that for you. I absolutely love that for you. I think for me, talking of penetration, I'm taking the nails over the penetration.
What do you mean?
Nails.
You don't mind the nails on?
No. Like, I prefer seeing nails, the nails visually than them.
Oh no, she's been getting her nails done short now. She's been doing them short now. Because that nail, I'm not gonna lie, that nail's not coming inside me. Yeah, that nail's not coming inside.
nail,
No.
I'm not having it inside of me. I don't think the person I'm dating is going to change or go shorter.
No, I can't imagine her doing that.
But
That's
I
her
know,
aesthetic.
I know she does want to finger me, but like, not with those nails.
Not with them nails.
Yeah, but I like the aesthetic, so I feel like that's.
I would rather the aesthetic over nails, over penetration. Yeah,
But yeah, no, I think that as well. Like every time we have sex, I'm like, how do we top this? How did we top it? Like it's actually insane because it gets better every single time. And I feel like in terms of openness as well, like I'm open to trying new things, but also right now, like I feel like I know what I like and what I don't like. But I'm open to trying like more things, more BDSM-y, 5e things. But yeah, it's a great time. I feel like also like sex gets better when you get older.
Yeah, I feel like sex in my 30s has definitely been better. 100% been better than sex in my 20s. I don't know. In my 20s, I feel like there were some people that I wouldn't even take my top off for.
Yeah.
Like my sports bra would be on. Like that's it. Like even there's some people like I didn't want them to give me head. Like yeah, but I don't know. There's a comfortability that I had in my 30s that I didn't have before, and that comfortability, I think it came with just releasing myself of those gender roles and being a bit more open and not being so binary in my relationships. And I think that's by letting go of those thoughts is how I've been able to be more comfortable in my body. Because a lot of mass presenting women are uncomfortable with their bodies.
Yeah, that's the truth, isn't it?
That is just the truth.
Yeah.
A lot when it comes to their like breasts, or maybe they've got hips or bum or whatever makes them like look womanly, or like the things that people align with femininity. Like if you have that, a lot of mass people, even if you don't want to have chest surgery and stuff like that, you do feel a level of insecurity.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's just something that I had to address. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And
and also like trying not to be seen as girly in the bedroom or something. Like I feel like that must be a thing as well.
Yeah.
What's called my phone? Oh, not right now. Yeah,
it's definitely a thing.
I think that's definitely a thing. Like I will sit on the face.
You can sit on somebody's face.
Absolutely.
I think I've sat on my girlfriend's face.
Yeah.
Like no, I haven't. I lied. I haven't.
But there are. But like there are certain things that I feel like a lot of masks wouldn't do, because it's too feminine. Do you know what I mean? But I just feel like when you're so open, you have the best sex. Obviously, you need to talk about things. You need to talk about what you're comfortable with, what you're not. And even if you're not, you have to like kind of try and find out why you're not comfortable with these things. Like, is there a problematic reason why? Or do you know what I mean? Like, you need to interrogate some of your uncomfortability. And I feel like when you do it, sex is better. When you interrogate those thoughts and feelings, sex is way
Do you know what
better.
sex is better? Because you feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
It's because you feel better about yourself. So like you just go into sex more confident. You just go into it more open, and you're just not overthinking like all these things. Because obviously when you're having sex with somebody and you're not taking your top off, that you are overthinking something. You're not 100% present.
You're not present, and that's the best thing about like sex: being present, being there, being like there with that person and enjoying that time. Like if you're there thinking about other things or like your insecurities and stuff, you are not having good sex. No. So yeah, I think absolutely people need to be interrogating certain things.
100%. And I just feel like when it comes to not being confident because of the femininity things. Yesterday we went to Till 2 last night. This lady was walking through the crowd and the lady was like, "Oh my God, I know you're a lesbian, but you're really pretty." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "I'm really sorry. Like, I know that you're a lesbian,
cool,
but like,
you can call me
but
pretty.
I just think you're such a pretty lesbian." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then, but I was thinking like her apologizing, and it's probably because she saw the way I was dressed and everything like that. I'm still a very feminine person, but I can understand like the people that she's come across don't like being called pretty. And do you know what? Funny enough, there was a time when I didn't like it when people called me pretty. I don't have a harsh face.
Not a harsh face.
I don't. Harsh face studs can still be good looking, but I'm not one of those.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
You know.
Yep. I do look like my father, but maybe my father looks like a woman then.
You think you look like your father? Well, I haven't
Do you
seen
know,
him.
I'm starting to grow up to look like my mum now. But when I was younger, I feel like I resembled my dad more. But I do see a lot of my mum in me now.
I don't know if because you guys are the same like skin tone.
Yeah, I got the same skin tone as my mum, yeah.
But I just feel like you look like your mum, but then also I haven't seen your dad. So
Yeah.
I can't really say.
I've definitely got the same teeth as him.
Oh, okay.
We've got the same smile. Maybe that's why I feel like I look like him. I've got exactly the same smile as my father. but I am starting to resemble my mum. But I wasn't offended. But there definitely was a time where I used to be like, I just didn't want to anything that aligned with femininity to use to describe me. But these things make me who I am.
Yeah, it's so true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and the sooner we are more comfortable with everything, then it's just and you don't really care. I don't care.
Yeah.
You can't let one person's, like, she was complimenting me before, that would have ruined my night for like 10 to 15 minutes from somebody having good intention just to compliment, and it would have ruined my night, not because of something that she said, something because I feel towards feminine words.
Yeah.
But now I just,
But do you know what is also good that she did apologize, because
she's aware.
She's aware, and then it opened up, you know, a space for I don't like being called pretty. Do you know what I mean? If you didn't, it opened up that space. But fortunately, you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm not handsome. Do I look like somebody who's handsome? No. Do I look handsome?
No.
What other words do they use to describe masculine?
I'm
not androgynous.
You know.
It'd be great. I admire androgynous people. I think it's great, but I'm not one of those. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
I do have quite a soft face. You
do. So,
I'm getting a few wrinkles. I'm getting a few wrinkles on my forehead, you know. Look.
Are you frowning too much?
Can you see?
Are you frowning? Boy, listen. I don't want to see a wrinkle.
My skincare routine hasn't been amazing this year. That's why. Yeah. It's a bit more tight. So it's a bit dry. When it's dry, you do get that. But anyway.
I don't want to see any wrinkles until I'm like 50.
I don't have wrinkles, but
you don't have wrinkles. You just don't stop frowning.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe like I don't have a hard face yet, but I feel like
your stush face.
I didn't know I had a stush face. I think I do sometimes.
Yeah, you do sometimes.
I didn't know that.
You do sometimes. Maybe that's why sometimes people say, because I feel like it differs, but some people like, oh, I'm more approachable, or you're more approachable, and I'm not sure why.
Maybe I do have a screw face on sometimes.
Maybe.
It's because my shoulders are up there, that's why.
I just know that when I'm not smiling, I just look sad. Yeah. Yeah.
Should we get into some dilemmas?
Yes, let's get into some dilemmas.
Right, let's get into it. By the way, before we get into the dilemmas, I'm in 2 fitness groups. So shout out to anyone if you do listen to the podcast. I'm in a WhatsApp group full of masks. Gym masks, that's what it's actually called, and the motivation there has been so sweet. It's really nice. It's accountability, like people post their workouts in there, food, everyone like gives each other words of encouragement. If somebody's like struggling to get to the gym, we speak about it and encourage them and let them know it's okay to feel like this, and it's just been a really nice space. But also, do you know the girl who's my gym goals, the hench one on Instagram, Paragon Fitness, I think her page is.
Does she have hair or no hair?
She's got locks.
Okay, yeah.
And she's also got like a group as well. She's got like a forum, and I've been in that too. And I just love it. She just posted in there. I just love it. I just love it.
Maybe I'll join because I need to.
But mass presenting people, it's so nice to see everybody is trying to be more intentional with holding space for other mask people, because I feel like mask people do center femmes or just women a lot.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of mask friendships are formed because they want to go out and get the girls. I talk about girls a lot and all this stuff.
Kind of mirrors like guy friendships, doesn't it?
Kind of, it does.
Yeah.
And I think like Courtney's creating Suddenly's Love. This mask group, obviously you have the mask meetup group as well.
Yeah, mask link up.
Yeah, and I just think it's so good. Like I think there are people in these groups, I'm not gonna lie, I know that some of them have an issue with me, but it can't exist in those spaces.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they can't.
Even the the gym ones, I've got somebody's name saved as weirdo, and I have no idea who they are, and I have no idea why their name is saved as that on my phone. They've uploaded themselves
don't know
in
who
the
they
gym, but I just don't recognize them.
That's interesting.
They have actually up. So this is going to be so obvious if anyone's watching this episode, but there is someone in that group chat. They have actually uploaded them working out, and there's not that many people in the group chat that actually upload themselves working out. So it's really a handful. And this particular person has, and I just don't know why I've got their number saved as that weirdo.
There's a reason, and there's probably a good reason.
I have no idea. They must be saved like that for years, and I don't even recognize them. But that also goes to show how like time is moving. Like when people are so, they keep covering their face in these. I don't know who this is.
Are you guys ever gonna? Is it something that's ever gonna come out of WhatsApp, or it's just for what? It's just
no. Like everyone have, so the gym mask people. There are how many people are in this? 41 people, and somebody did bring up the subject of everyone meeting up to have a like a big group session, but there wasn't much response about that, so I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but it would be really cool if it could. But some people have met up to do like one-to-one gym sessions and stuff, but I just think it's just so progressive from the times of like going in the club and everybody's like walking past each other and screwing and all this stuff. Like it's nice.
Less toxic masculinity. Hi guys, I never thought I'd actually be sending in a dilemma, but the way events have conspired, I need second and third opinions that are completely unbiased. Me and this girl, we'll call her Cheeky, have been friends for years. From when we first met, we instantly clicked. Now, because of the space that we are both in at the time, we never went out of our way to take things seriously. So we kept it cute with harmless flirting and some kissing. I was enjoying talking to other people, and so was she. By the time that I realised that I could see myself taking her seriously, she popped up with a girlfriend. Right. Gay women. I completely respected their relationship and kept things cordial. Now I'm not a weirdo, and me and Cheeky have had countless mutual friends, which is also why we never took things further to avoid mess. On my side, we were completely platonic while they were in that relationship, and I was in my own separate situations. But Cheeky would do small things that made me think, question mark, question mark, question mark. Behave. Where your girlfriend at? I brushed it because I thought I was dragging it, being big-headed, reading into things that weren't there. They broke up like 6 months ago and I didn't think anything of it. But recently, Cheeky has been making moves on me. I rejected her moves initially because I thought it was weird that she was rehashing feelings for me right after getting over her ex. Plot twist. I eventually gave into the lust. I'm just a girl. I'm starting to think it wasn't the best decision. I enjoy being around her. We have physical and mental chemistry. She does things for me, plans, dates, etc. But I'm conflicted because now I feel like I was plotted on in the weirdest way. I'm also realizing that this means I wasn't bugging when she covertly flirt with me while being in a relationship. Ew. I also feel like she bamboozled me into playing the long game, and it's a lot going on with us having so many mutual friends. It's not even like I can distance from her to take time to think because we're always in the same spaces. I asked someone who I know outside of her, and she was like, oh, yeah, no, Cheeky is audacious. I think I agree, but a small part of me thinks life is short. Have a conversation to express my concerns, then get it cracking. What do you think? Sorry if this is long, Sha. Lesbianism is long. Love ya. Ghana for Yewo Krum.
Yewo Krum. Hey, Yewo Krum.
I'm so confused by this dilemma. I'm not going to lie.
Me too. I don't know what the dilemma is.
What's the dilemma?
What's the problem here? So it seems like do you know what I think the problem is here? You like this person. They were going into a relationship. You guys have friends, so because you don't have friends. Because you have the same mutuals, they have the same friends.
You don't want to make it a mess.
You don't want to be messy, which is good.
But she also feels like the girl Cheeky. She feels like Cheeky plotted on her, which I don't understand why she thinks that. How did she plot on her? I don't know. Well, how was that plotting?
So did Cheeky leave the other girl?
They broke up like 6 months ago.
And then Cheeky was moving to her?
Yeah.
And then she gave in?
Yeah.
Because she's just a girl?
She's just a girl. I don't understand what the plotting is.
Like, I don't think you're plotting. I think you're overthinking this.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is a lot of overthinking. I don't think you was you are two people that clearly have an attraction towards each other. You had it before she got into a relationship. it was still there when she was in a relationship. It's still there now that she's out of a relationship. What's the issue?
Do you know what I think? The issue is here. They don't communicate enough. They don't communicate enough. I feel like a lot of people make a lot of assumptions. Instead of asking people, do you feel this way? Or telling someone, I feel this way.
Yeah.
There's just too much assuming going on. And then when you assume things, you make up scenarios in your head. I feel like you've made up this scenario in your head.
It
that
feels
this person,
a bit delulu.
Yeah, like this person
No
was
shade.
plotting against you. No shade,
Yeah,
baby. But I don't think this person is plotting against you. I feel like, I think that if you guys really genuinely get along, the person's taking you on dates, they're doing all this stuff, just go with it.
Just go with it.
It doesn't matter if they go with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what your issue is. You think your issue is the fact that they were in a whole relationship with somebody else. And then even though like you guys had decided to not take things seriously because you've got mutuals, that's something that you guys decided to do. So you guys are both free to do what you wanted to do after that. And so even though that situation didn't work out for her, and then she's come back to you, obviously she really likes you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she just really likes you.
Do you know what? If the dilemma was like, should I go there, or do you think I'm a rebound? Should I go there because she's just come out of a relationship 6 months ago?
I'd understand. Yeah,
I would understand that. But the plotting and
it's really weird. 'Cause I don't think like this, but I don't think people of a sane mind sit down to plot.
no.
I just don't think so. I
No.
think that people do feel plotted against sometimes, and some people are. But I think when situations like this, when there's no reason to plot,
It feels like paranoia.
yeah. Do you
That's
smoke
what
weed?
Yeah, that could be the issue. But yeah, it just feels like paranoia. It feels like you're overthinking. It feels like you've plucked a few scenarios from the sky. Like, I think you're right about the communication thing as well. Just talk.
Yeah, talk.
Just talk. And I don't know how old you are, but I feel like sometimes it feels scary to ask questions. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you're not brave enough to go and ask these difficult questions. And I feel like the older you get, you're just like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to ask the difficult questions. We're going to have the difficult conversations because it's necessary. Once you have those conversations, nobody's in the dark. Everybody knows where they stand.
Yeah.
And I think it's just here, nobody knows where they stand.
So we had to just read over it again. I think are you mass presenting?
It's giving mass.
It's giving mass presenting vibes.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I say that is because sometimes mask people have pride. We have pride. Like, how dare you go with that person over there and then come back to me? This is what it's kind of giving. A little bit. And I don't think this is not about the other person. This is about you. I think you need to do some internal work, and I think you need to be more confident in yourself. I think that you need to forget about the fact that she had a relationship with somebody else. Like, I hope that in your situation you have with her now, you don't keep asking her if she's still in contact with this person. I hope, do you know what I mean? Like, if she mentions it, fair, but I hope that's not something that you are pressing on with her. Yeah, it just seems like to me, like, maybe you might just need to just believe in your source a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? If you played the long game, so what?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with playing the long game. I feel like there's some negative like connotations with it, but I think your time is your time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't rush that.
You feel like a simp because you waited the long game.
Because you waited, or maybe since you have mutuals, maybe you around her and the babe, the ex babe, innit? So maybe you feel like, oh, you had this ex babe around me, and now that's how it go.
It's life.
It's life. You know, Ghana for it's life. You're welcome. So I hope that answered your question. But I feel like we need a bit more context with this one. So give us an update. Okay. Here's one. This might be a long one. Okay. Hello, tutus. Much love from Nigeria. I'm a lesbian in their 20s, currently dating another woman in her 20s as well. We're 3 years apart. She's older, and it's quite interesting. It's be quite interesting, yeah. We met from a mutual friend. My beard used to bomb the dude that introduced us. Hold on a second. We met from a mutual friend. My beard used to bone the dude that
Oh.
introduced us.
My beard used to.
So
Okay.
just explain. Do you want to explain what a beard is?
Yeah, a beard is someone of the opposite sex who you have on your arm to cover the fact that you like the same sex, basically.
Yeah. Okay, when we got together, none of my friends liked her. I'm currently not talking to one because she made me choose between her and my relationship. Anyway, we fight a lot, but it has never gotten physical. Our star signs are compatible, and I'm genuinely in love with her. Plus, there have been times we had fights, and I keep coming back to her like she's my heir. Plus,
Oh, God.
I just want to casually mention she claims to be a water spirit.
Sorry. I'll casually mention.
Casually?
What is a water spirit?
There is nothing
Is
casual.
that Mami water? Like, what the hell?
Is that witch? I think it's Mami
I need
water.
to Google this. Water spirit.
Her family is really homophobic, even though she looks like a stereotypical stud. It's given to Lily. But I've been introduced to her since her sister once. The thing is, she's very mean towards me. Like, we just be hanging out and she'll try and bring up things that would make me sad. She talks to me anyhow and says she's just teasing. That's how she is with her exes. I'm very sensitive because my mother's behaviour is similar, so I try to shut it down. I recently saw a TikTok video that showed her how to manifest someone into being nice towards you. Low-key, one of those manifestations / witchy stuff. There's a lot of witchy going on here. Anyway, since the spell, my girlfriend has fallen sick and I'm afraid. Oh, God. It's almost 3 weeks and she's finding it difficult to recover. I'm not very superstitious, but we live in Nigeria. I mean, I never anticipated her getting sick. Now, like, I tried to tie herself to me, just a sugar spell to make things sweet between us because she's always mean towards me. Sha, we're going to the lab tomorrow to do tests. I just hope she's okay. Keep me anonymous. Don't worry, this is anonymous. So much love, huge fan, hugs and kisses. This is one of my favorite dilemmas we've had.
What?
This is one of my favorite dilemmas.
What is this? What's going on?
Mami water. This be witch.
She said water spirit, which is Mami water.
It's mami water. How do you even describe what a mami water is for people that don't know?
A
mermaid.
A mermaid, yeah.
But they see
half-ish.
mermaids as quite witchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is though. Like the Little Mermaids or whatever, even that story is magic.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
So basically, you went to do judge on your girl to make her like you, and it says she's sick.
What did she call it? A little sugar spell.
She went to do juju. You went to do juju. Now the juju backfire. Very good.
That is fucking crazy. Sorry, this is the craziest dilemma we've ever gotten.
We've never had no juju dilemma before.
Wow. I don't know what to... I'm kind of lost up.
You need to break up. But when are you going to done juju on her?
She ain't going to break... She wants... Wow, she's the one that did the juju on her girlfriend.
Yeah, but she doesn't like the way her girlfriend speaks to her. It's because she's got the trauma from her mum.
Maybe she thinks she can fix it with the judge.
You're not fixing her. You're breaking her. She's sick.
Why do you want to be with somebody that treats you like or speaks to you in that way anyway? So you're doing judging.
Do you know what?
I can
be. I'm not gonna lie. I can be a partner who teases my partner. I can't lie.
You can be what?
I can be a partner who teases my babes.
Yeah.
But I don't tease them. Like maybe if the outfits are matching, I'm like, girl, you gonna wear that? Do you know what I mean? Like I do make fun of my babes sometimes. I am that kind of partner. But I put it on silent.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
But I don't know. It's weird. It's just a banter that I have with the people that I'm dating. And if someone doesn't like it, then obviously I'm not going to continue. But I am naturally like that. So maybe that's what I'm not sure how she teases you. I don't tease my babes. I don't take the piss out of them. I just have banter with them. Like,
yeah,
and same with me as well. Like,
same.
Maybe it's gonna be like, girl, your belly's getting a bit, But it is. And and it just goes both ways. But in this situation, if she's like that and she's not willing to stop being that way because you don't like it, because it triggers you from the way your mum brought you up or the way your mum spoke to you when you were a child, then she doesn't love you enough to make you happy and not do that. So I just think you should just leave. Do you know what I mean? Like, it seems you're both in your 20s, you're young enough, you're gonna find somebody new. Do you know what I mean? Like, but also there's also the added layer that you guys are in Nigeria. So I feel like sometimes you might feel, maybe, I don't know, you tell me, but maybe you might feel a little bit more pressure when you finally find someone to be in a relationship with, because there's a lot of Nigerians in our comments on TikTok saying they're looking for somebody. So I don't know how difficult it is to find a babes if you're not necessarily in an LGBT scene in Nigeria. So maybe if you do find someone you can actually be in a relationship with and like be going on dates and stuff like that, especially because it is a homophobic country. So maybe some people might be scared to do things in public and whatever the case may be, but you have somebody. So I don't know if that's why you want to hold on to them, because maybe you've been looking for something and now you have it. I don't know. I'm just making assumptions here and I shouldn't do that. But I'm just trying to make sense of the situation so we can give you that advice. But yeah, I just think that there are other people out there. If you don't like the way she speaks to you, you don't need to do juju on her. But you've done it now, haven't you? You've done the juju.
I'm really stuck on the juju. Like, I can't get past that one. Sorry. I've never heard. Obviously, I believe that juju exists. Do you know what I mean? But to just casually just throw in a dilemma like that, to me, is very, very wild. Please stop doing juju on her. Just leave. That's my advice. That's short and simple.
Maybe she'll get better if you leave her. Maybe the spell will be broken if you leave.
A little sugar spell. God.
But also the girl, the stud also did Mami Wata as well, no? She claims to be a water spirit. The stud claims to be a water spirit.
This is freaking me the fuck out.
I just think you shouldn't be together.
But maybe because they're both witches, maybe they're compatible.
It's not giving compatible. She doesn't know where she speaks her. I think you guys need to
go and find other witches then, I guess. I don't know.
No. Wow. Have you ever wanted to do juju on somebody?
No.
I have.
Do you know what? I feel like with juju, I feel like it always backfires. Like, if you do a spell or something, you wanna turn something into money and then you turn into a snake. I just feel like juju will always backfire if it's not used for good. I feel like when it comes to like witches and all of that, I feel like there's good witches and there's bad witches.
Absolutely.
And I feel like when you use it for bad, it's never good.
When I went to Nigeria, I saw a rat. The rat was quite big. It was a big rat. And running into the nursery. Went under the gate of the nursery. And then a man stood up and the man walked. The rat turned into the man. I'm telling you, I saw it with my eyes in Nigeria. Me and the house girl, her name's Belumi. The rat went under the gate. It was a wooden gate. And then a man arose above the gate and walked into the distance in the nursery. This was in Lagos.
Because this is daytime.
The sun was setting. But I still had good vision. I know what I saw.
Do you think maybe like the man had crouched down to tie his shoelace?
No, nobody was crouched. The rat turned into the man.
Wow.
I saw it with my eyes.
Giving me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't know if that's Mami Wata.
No, that one's not Mami Wata.
That is straight voodoo. That's juju.
Juju. It's juju. Yeah. That's scary stuff, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do juju. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
No, I believe in all these things. I feel like spirituality is a really big thing. I think everybody has it to some extent. Whether you channel that in being religious or you channel that in going to see the sugar doctor or whatever you call it, sugar spell. I mean, I think everybody has it a little bit. It's up to you if you want to tap into it. You want to find out what that is. Like, people have, like, we have intuition, for example.
And
that comes from somewhere.
It comes from somewhere, and there's things that people have that go beyond intuition. There's things that
people actually see things, and they do.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Like my brother, God rest his soul, like he was a seeing person. Like he used to see things, and that's why he joined the church, because he didn't really know what to do with it. He felt like, but he knew he wasn't a religious person. He knew he didn't really necessarily believe in Christianity, but that was the closest thing for him to make sense of it. So like he was training to be a pastor. Was it a pastor? He was training to do something in the church, yeah. But because he used to have visions.
Yeah.
And then visions just comes, visions used to be true, child.
I believe that.
Even he used to come on lottery numbers every week. She weren't winning the whole thing, but she always used to win a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but I think even you have something. And I also feel like sometimes it's in families.
It's definitely in mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Definitely
mine.
feel like it's in families. I feel like even my ex, she's like that. And I think her mum's like that too. Where they can feel stuff or stuff gets sent to them to see that things are revealed to them and stuff like that, which I believe that shit.
I believe it. That's when I think things, don't tell me what I'm thinking is wrong. It always gets revealed in the long run, doesn't it? Anyway.
Talk about revelations. We don't have time for that.
We don't have time for that, but the truth will always come out at some point. Let me tell you that for free.
Absolutely.
Chair,
There's a lot of crazies in this world.
Some PTSD.
A lot of crazies in this world. Tapped people.
Hello, Ro and Nana. Please keep me anonymous. Anonymous.
Hello.
I am a lesbian in a loving relationship with my girlfriend. I am Ghanaian and came out 6 years ago, and I have been living my truth since then. The issue I'm having is whenever I see straight Ghanaian or Nigerian couples on social media, I experience this intense jealousy that I don't know what to do with. I feel so bad that I won't ever have a trad wedding or have family members dote on me. It's gotten to the point where if trad weddings come on my page, I have to scroll quickly before the bitter feelings grip me. I also find myself negotiating and renegotiating with myself, thinking maybe I can try with a man again. Even though I'm not into them whatsoever, and I'm happy in my relationship. I don't know what to do with all these feelings of shame, guilt, and envy, and I am wondering if this is a common core experience. Have you ever felt this way, or am I going insane? I just want to get rid of these feelings. I'm tired.
That's interesting. I mean, I feel like it's normal to envy, you know, because it's something that you want and that you're not going to have that in the same way, or something that you saw for yourself and that's changed now. So I feel like it's normal to envy, but you know, you need to, there's a new reality here. Like your future looks differently now. And I feel like she's going to have to come to terms with that. Do you know what I mean? But I understand, I get it being envious. Do you know, there was a time where when I saw two women, either one proposing to the other or getting married, in my mind it was it doesn't look normal. And what looks normal is a man and woman in those positions.
Is that in trad weddings or just in weddings in general? Interesting. I feel like when it comes to this topic of trad weddings, we have spoken about it a few times before now on the podcast. I think there was actually even a title entitled "Are We Ever Gonna Have a Trad Wedding" or something like that. And it's in one of our earlier episodes. And tradition is literally tradition. It's what you make it. Tradition is...
It's something that somebody has made.
Somebody made it up. Do you know what I mean? It's made up. It's because of people's different cultures do different things. And obviously coming from a certain culture, being Ghanaian, I understand, we hold our culture very... I mean, I have a Jinyame tattoo and a golden stool. Do you know what I mean? Which Ghanaians really do hold culture in our hearts. We're very patriotic people. Everywhere you go in Ghana, there's a flag on every lamppost. Do you know what I mean? It's just... Well, in the airport area, shall we?
Yeah.
And so I understand the feeling of wanting that, but it's not something that we see necessarily on social media at all. There's only one Ghanaian wedding, 2 queer women that we did when we spoke about them before on the podcast, that I've seen have a trad. But even the trad, it goes beyond clothing.
Yeah.
They just wore the clothes, but I don't know when it comes to actual traditions of the wedding, if they even really did that. But because, like we said before, these traditions are dependent on gender, and obviously in our relationships we're two of the same gender, so we can't both assume the female role because it's just very hetero. It's a man and a woman's role. That's what the tradition is around. But it's up to you to create your own traditions, and maybe you can take parts of a Ghanaian trad and apply it to your own celebration. And that's just how I see it. I just see it as I'm gonna just be creating my own new traditions.
Yeah, just because of the way that things are set, like, and unfortunately, I don't see any of that in terms of like traditional weddings, African traditional weddings becoming progressive. Like, I don't.
No.
I think it's gonna be heteronormative forever.
It always will be.
Like it always will be, and I think you just have to, because what you're doing is choosing yourself. Like, in not because you even mentioned like maybe you've been thinking about going back to date men and stuff. You've chosen yourself, like you have to. And I know it's hard. Like, you choose yourself against like family. You choose yourself against like culture and religion, and it's hard. Like, it's hard because, like, when you choose yourself, sometimes you lose those other things, and it's really, really hard because it's what makes you you. Because your sexuality isn't the only thing that makes you you. Like, your family, your culture, the way you're brought up, all of that, all of those things are a part of your identity.
Yeah.
So I understand how hard it is to like detach from that, but in choosing yourself, that's the sacrifice that you make sometimes, because you have to let some parts of those other things go, because it can't all exist. It would be nice if it could, but it can't all exist. Like, and it's very, very unfortunate. And as I said, you just need to rewire your brain and just think a bit differently. Maybe be a bit more creative when it comes to like your trad. Maybe, as Rose said, incorporate some things that you can, but you kind of can't have all of it, and that's the sad part. But then you have what's beautiful is the union, the love, all of that stuff. And I think that's just, and picking yourself, I think that's much greater than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I really, really do agree. Forcing yourself to be the man just so you can have a traditional wedding,
don't do that. Ooh.
like, it's literally one day. Like, I get that it's very symbolic and it means a lot to people to have that one day.
Yeah.
But then what about the rest of your marriage?
It's about
now
the
you're stuck
marriage.
with a man.
Yeah, it's not about
It's not
the
about the
wedding.
day. Yeah, it's about the life that you build together. And
Yeah.
that quality of life is not going to be good for you because you're doing it with somebody that you don't want to or feel comfortable doing it with, just so that what you could say that you had a trad.
Yeah, no.
So weddings are not the be all and end all. I think social media plays a huge role in glamorizing a lot of things. Like, I don't think I saw weddings to this scale when there wasn't social media. And I grew up going to so many weddings. People were okay having their weddings in the school hall.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, some people had weddings in banqueting halls. But now everyone's trying to outdo everyone else.
Yeah.
How do you know what everyone else is doing if it's not for social media?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just all, a lot of it is quite pretentious. I feel, and I think it's really important in all things not to look too deeply into what you see on social media.
Yeah.
I just really think everything is, there's an element of untruths on social media and everything you see. Do you know what I mean? Because somebody could post a picture, that picture's how whatever's captioned in that picture, whatever feeling has been captured in that picture is a feeling of that moment. Them uploading that picture, they could be crying when they upload that picture.
Yeah.
You don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to trads, but I do look at trads online, and I do feel like sometimes I do feel like, oh, I'm not gonna have that, but it doesn't get me down. And I think they look nice. Yeah, I've made my choice. I'm really happy with that choice that I've made, and I hope that you will be too. But I can understand, like, the outfit's sort of nice and elaborate, and it's a day to feel like a queen or a king or whatever the case may be, whatever you want to be called. I get it. I absolutely get it. But all that can be done in the way you want it to be done. It's up to you. If you and your babes want to go and lie down on the floor and kiss the feet or whatever they do, you could do that if you want to. Me personally, if I met my girlfriend, obviously she's Yoruba, the lying down thing, I'm not a man, so I wouldn't do that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I just want to do things that men do. Yesterday, we went out to Till 2. Somebody, a lady said she was married.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember she was married. So she said to me, am I going to pay a bride price?
She's from Zambia. I think she's from Zambia.
Yeah, she's Zambian.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, why? And then she was like, okay, so what about you? Do you want one? This is me? Yeah. I'm not a bride as well.
Yeah.
I'm also a bride.
Mm-hmm.
We both are going to pay a bride price. Because, yeah, but yours has to be more than hers.
Is that what she said?
Because I mask.
Oh.
I was like, no, it doesn't. I'm still a bride.
Yeah, still a bride.
The price is not determined by what kind of bride you are. It's just you're a bride.
Fair point.
So I said, no, my bad. I'm expensive, baby.
Yeah.
So you got to pay for me, okay? Thank you.
Does she know that?
I'm going to tell her tonight, actually, when we go out. We're going to the cinema.
Good luck.
Yeah, wish me luck. I'm going to tell her. But she wants to have a trad. She wants to get married in another country. All that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, weddings are not, for me, I don't have dreams of getting married. So I don't have my wedding day. I have dreams of having a married life, but the actual wedding day, I don't really have dreams about that. It's not something that's a huge deal to me. Yeah. To be honest.
Yeah. I would like to.
Yeah, I just want it to be, whatever it looks like, I just want it to be special and, you know.
Yeah. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I hope that helps, girl.
Yeah.
That comes to the end of this week's episode. Thanks for listening, guys. So shout out to everyone who sent in a dilemma. Remember, you can email us your dilemmas or you can send them to us in our DMs. And we will read them. We will answer them all. Okay. If there's anyone's dilemma that we've just not done, resend it to us.
Yeah,
because just resend it to us. We haven't. Thanks for listening, guys. Remember to use the code 2TPod for 20% off at London Podcast Festival.
Do that again.
Remember to use the code 22pod for 20% off at London Podcast Studios. Okay. Make sure you subscribe. Sign up to our Patreon. The link is in the bio. Guys, we really made it through this week. We went to Tier 2 last night and we are struggling here. So thanks for holding it down with us today. We'll be back next week again, as usual. Again, we're going to try to be more regular with the uploads, okay, and bring it on time, because I know that some of you it's part of your schedule. I get it. So yeah, we're gonna make sure we get that done. We're not having a party anymore this year. No. Yeah, we're not having a party. So Halloween was our last party of the year. Just want to thank everyone who has been to our events this year. This has been our most consistent year when it comes to events. We've had the most events that we've had in 1 year this year, and they've all been so much fun. Next year we're coming bigger and better. But yeah, thanks for paying for our studio time. For this edits. Actually, I should say thanks for paying for these edits. And yeah, thanks for everything. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Join us in conversation. Leave a comment on Spotify. Use the hashtag 22pod on X. Until next week. Peace.